one of the things that I'm just not in favor of. But Jed York is. Thursday night flex scheduling has been brought in and has been approved. It got passed 24-8. The owners voted for it, and Jed York voted in favor of this. So now from weeks 13 to 17, not the very last week, Amazon has two options to flex those games from a Sunday game and bump it up to a Thursday game. You have to give 28 days notice before they do it. I don't like this at all. I don't think it's good for the players. Plus, we planned all these trips to go to these games. Makes it almost impossible on that back end. What are kind of your thoughts that we're now flexing games from Sunday to Thursday in November and December?
I hate anything to do when you mention Thursday. Like anything you tell me about a Thursday night football game can go to hell. Like it just is totally contrary to anything the NFL ever tries to say. Like it's complete bullshit.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if am I allowed to cuss?
Yeah, enjoy yourself, my friend.
I try to have a cleaner mouth, and especially being a teacher, but it's just like, don't tell me you care about player safety if you're going to do things like giving the 49ers way less rest than any other team in the NFL after we just got done talking about how badly these guys are always injured. They have way more travel miles in addition to the least amount of rest. Then you've got the fact that they've already got 2 Thursday games, which is unbelievably stupid. And then you can take any can a team have 3 Thursday games?
No. So the rules are a team
Max
cannot
2?
have 7 or more primetime games, and Thursday counts as a primetime game. So you couldn't flex somebody that already had that, and you can't have more than 2. So the Niners could be flexed out of the what's it called?
Would they be so lucky?
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen because that would be the Seattle Thanksgiving Day. And I think that's going to pull such a big crowd. I couldn't see Amazon choosing a different game over
right.
Niners versus Seahawks. I just don't see it at all. So it's weird. I don't like it. It has just been approved for a 1-year contingency. So they're going to re-vote on the issue next year. 24-8. Usually that's pretty close to not going forward with it. But it's weird. And again, Jed York, he voted for it. So I don't know.
I'm sure the NFL had some type of slide presentation that showed the possible increase in income. And, they're like, hell yeah, sign me up, and it's just like, was that Bobo? Give them an extra bye week at least. I think that's where the NFL's going is, they're going to add another week. They're going to add another game. And then I think their next step after that, they're going to keep the 2 Thursdays. They're going to add another week, and then they're going to add another bye week. Yeah. And that's going to be like probably their go-to schedule for a long time to come. They're just easing their way to that. They're like, look, we'll give them another week. They'll be upset, and then they'll deal with it. We'll give them 2 Thursday games. They'll be upset, then they'll deal with it. And then we'll look like we're, the heroes when we add another week, but add another bye week. You know what I mean? They're like, it's like small little doses of bullshit. And then everybody will just kind of, it sucks. I feel for the players. I understand how hard this game is. And not only that, but you have to deal with players playing on surfaces that suck, and then they're playing on games more often than they should. I mean, this is professional football. This is one of the hardest physical tolls on your body that, like, out of any job, it's for that moment, it's brutal. And they just do whatever pays the bills, I guess.
Yeah, it's a revenue move. That's what it is. And so I get it. I totally understand it. I don't like it. I think you can go to the point where the product becomes less and diluted because you're constantly just making these decisions based on revenue and revenue alone. And I think it's bad for the fans. Now,
Dan in the comments mentioned like your entire plan's changing for a game.
Yeah.
Like, and with a possibility of only a month's notice, when more than anybody with the amount of organizing you do and traveling you do, that stuff's booked months and months and months in advance. And it's just, like I said, It's got to all come down to money because there's no other reason for it to exist.
Yeah, I spent several hours today working on the Jacksonville game, which is in November. Like that's 6 months out, and it's just like still like running into headaches and scheduling with concerts and all kind of different stuff.
Right.
It's what it is. But I will take this opportunity, Rob, if you don't mind, to plug, if you are coming to a game this year, come party with us. 49ers Rush Road Trip. Here's a quick 20-second clip just to kind of show you what we're about.
Do it.
games is awesome. But what's even better than that is going to 49ers games with the faithful, joining the community. And we got you covered. The 49ers Rush Road Trip is going into its 4th year of bringing the faithful together. Night before parties, tailgates the day of. We got you covered. Go get your tickets at 49ersrushroadtrip.com. We got to get you out, Rob. Do you go to a lot of the Niners games? I know you coach, so that makes it hard.
I go to all the home games, whether it's I do own season tickets, and then I'm up in the media room every now and then. It's usually one or the other. It just depends. I've honestly tried to lean more towards using my tickets to go, because then I get to take my wife and she loves it, and it's just a great time. And it's walking a balance between doing the media thing, which I love, and just, probably the more important thing, which is making memories with my wife. So, I mean, we were in ponchos for the Seattle game. You know what I mean? Like, and I wouldn't trade that for the world. We sat under ponchos while that game downpoured on us. We walked out. I got to meet Dr. Disrespect, my freaking my hero.
That was a fun episode listening to your podcast, because you've mentioned him a handful of times. So when you went through that, man, that was really cool. I was really happy for you.
Yeah, it was something else. And he really is 6'8". Like, a lot of people think he's mexing around. The dude is legitimately 6'8". And I've never felt smaller, but and he was such a nice dude. And he's literally Dr. Disrespect. If you want to know what type of person he is and a 49ers fan he is, he's standing there in his black steel bulletproof mullet wig and with his gaming headset, because that's part of the character. He's got his glasses on, and it's just downpour, like not a little bit of rain, like sheets of rain, and he's just standing there taking pictures with everybody, no umbrella, doesn't care. He's all about it. And so that was pretty freaking cool. But yeah, so I love doing the media thing, but it tends to be a lot more of an investment into the love account when we go together. So it's a constant pressure.
The 49ers Rush Podcast.